welcome to another episode of Classroom. This is the one that simplifies all the issues that you've been struggling with. This time we decided to go a bit macro with it and talk about the one thing we watch every month, the IIP figure. What does it mean? Why is it important? Is there a drawdown from an IIP figure for 1 month to what you see for the entire year? And which industries are most sensitive to that figure we talk about? Two very special guests to talk about that. Subir Gokan, Chief Economist at Standard & Poor's APAC, and K. Ravi Kumar of DHEL. Gentlemen, great to have you on the show. Definitions first. Subir, what does IIP mean to you?
Well, IIP stands for the Index of Industrial Production, and it is, as the name implies, you have the Nifty and the Sensex. These are all indices that try and create an aggregate picture of many disparate movements. So the IIP takes into account the production levels on a monthly basis of slightly over 300 different manufactured products. In addition to this, there is mineral products and electricity. From my viewpoint, at the aggregate level, I believe, yes, it does have utility despite its shortcomings. And I think technically our emphasis should be on overcoming or removing those shortcomings. But I don't see those as a reason not to take this number very seriously and use it as a very significant input into our judgment on how the economy is doing.
Of course, we'll break this up bit by bit, but Mr. Ravi Kumar, come in on the space that is most often and most carefully watched, the capital goods performance within this IIP figure. Do you feel, sir, it is a clear indicator of what exactly is happening in the industry?
As explained, the IIP numbers consist of various items and they are grouped in different heads actually, electricity, coal, capital goods, manufactured products like that. As far as capital goods is concerned, the monthly figures are not very relevant, I feel. It should be a quarterly figure which is more relevant because, it takes a lot of time to really manufacture a product. If you take, it is 6 months to 9 months to manufacture a capital good. So it's more relevant if quarter to quarter figures are compared. And secondly, as far as the capital goods is concerned, the importance is more on the supply chain is also for the capital goods. See, you can make a power generation equipment if coal and water or gas is not available. There is no point in producing a power plant. So it is an integrated thing that will be useful.
Let's break it up, Subir, then in terms of constituents for the IIP and the kind of weightage that each category gets.
Well, there are 3 levels of disaggregation. The first one is the general index, which is the number, the headline number that you see, being broken up into 3, manufacturing, mining and electricity. Manufacturing is about 80% of that aggregate, and the other 2 obviously add up to the remaining 20%. The manufacturing itself is broken up into 2 separate disaggregations. There is what is called a use-based classification, which is 5 components. There is basic goods, intermediate goods, capital goods, consumer non-durables and consumer durables. And these are, I don't remember the weights offhand, but this is, each of these represents a particular combination of commodities coming from different sectors. For example, capital goods, which you just referred to, combines machinery and equipment, which is one kind of capital good, and commercial vehicles, which is another kind of investment activity. So this is supposed to reflect the state of demand for or production of investment goods in the economy. And the numbers that are coming out of the IIP that allow you to decide, well, is the IIP really tracking the industry or not? Clearly, as Mr. Ravi Kumar said, there are certain sectors where this tracking is not very good. But there are others in which it is fairly good. And my experience, at least, having analyzed this index over the last several years, is that at the aggregate level, it is a reasonably good tracker, which is why despite all its warts, I still put a fair amount of faith in it.
Mr. Kumar